Okay, hi, it's Christina Merkley, and I'm here for another one of the free recorded sessions. And I have Amy dropping by to work with me. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
And we go back a ways with the fundamentals course and some other things, so it's nice to connect with you again.
Super great. I'm happy to be back in this space. I already am happy to have the energy that I'm feeling just being back on a call with you.
Nice, nice.
It's weird
Yeah,
that this actually feels normal. Despite having everything switched to Zoom, we were always this way. So at least this feels normal.
right, exactly. Yeah, we're ahead of the curve.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Now the whole world's online.
They
Yeah,
finally caught up.
yeah, demystified it. It was good. Yeah. Now, we've had a bit of a preamble, and so we know we're going to do a piece of work here around money, which I think is going to be of use to other people, not just you. Yeah, so I'm excited to actually want to play in this space. Tee it up a little bit. Tell me, you were saying that with the manifestation process of money, it's come to your attention that you don't ask for much.
Yeah, so I was reflecting, and it was back actually when I was mentioning to you when I was taking your course, which I guess was what now, 2 or so years ago, that I was really struggling financially. And I just kept telling myself, I just want enough to pay the bills. I just want enough to pay the bills. And funny enough, I'm in a great job now that I love. I'm super happy, but I am just paying the bills. So I definitely manifested what I wanted. But I'm really struggling now with expanding that idea when I start to create my vision and think bigger than just getting by, living paycheck to paycheck. I get a lot of anxiety around that. And I've noticed in particular that regardless of how much money I'm spending, whether it's $2, $20, $200, I am always trying to find the cheapest, most inexpensive way to purchase it. If I end up paying like full price for something or getting something that I don't find as essential, I have a lot of guilt around it and a lot of anxiety. And I'm so sick of having that energy attached to money.
Yeah, I'm just switching the screen. I'm going to bring up my drawing tablet because you're giving me such interesting information. I want to get it down and the way you're phrasing things, right? So, which is kind of our entry point. So, um, help me with the words because I didn't have my stylus up as they were coming
Yeah,
out, but there was something about the cheapest, right? So there's
yeah.
some sort of programming there around the cheapest or the deal, or how do you phrase it?
That's good. So yeah, it's basically the how can I spend the least amount of money to get what I want.
Okay.
Um,
And when you notice that, when you're doing that and you're searching for the spending the least and the it has to be less, tell me about how that feels when you're doing that.
it doesn't feel good.
I bet. Yeah. So what does it feel like? Do you feel any body sensations? Does anything tighten up? What's the
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel there's like a less than feeling, like I don't deserve the nicer or more expensive thing. So it's almost like I have to do this.
yeah.
Um, and it makes me not feel as good as,
Uh-huh.
not necessarily like others, but just like not as good. So maybe not good enough
Yep.
for nicer
Okay. Yeah.
things.
So less than, don't deserve, have to do this, not good, not as good.
Yeah.
Okay. Not as good as. Okay. All interesting ways it's wired up. Yep. Good. My mind, like process wise, I'm like, do we do inquiry? Is this an orphan rescue? Is this flippets, right? There's just all this going on at once. So I think what we're going to do is just do inquiry to meet this. And then I have a sneaking suspicion some of the other two might fall out of this. We might end up doing some orphan rescue. So,
Let's go for it.
so
I'm open.
yeah, so I'm just gonna, let's go with what's shown up here. And when I say inquiry, you may have seen it on some of the ones I've been doing lately. We just want to meet it, right? Like so much of what we do in life, and we can do this in coaching too, but there are other things we can do in coaching, which is instead of trying to shift something, change something, build on something, muscle it into being, to just take a flippin' second to just be what is, right? So that which we resist persists, that which we hate hates us back. So we don't want to hate this, right? Like, it's like, yes, I get it that it's irritating and you don't like it and you're bringing them forward. But let's just meet, hey, having to go for the cheapest, hey, having to spend the least, you're welcome here, we see you. Just kind of say that, like, this is coming from a part of you, and you may be able to, it might be inside of you, it might be outside of you, right? But it's kind of showing up. You might have a somatic sense of where it's showing up in your system. And if you do, and even if you don't, just direct a little, hey, I notice you, hello. And if you can, muster a, you're welcome here.
Well, you're welcome here. The cheapest to spend the least. I welcome you here to learn from you.
Nice. And it's nuance of less than and don't deserve and have to do this and not as good as, you are welcome to.
That's right.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel my whole nervous system calibrate down. See what happens as you do that. Just let me know. Usually it just shifts to something. It might be more of the same, or it might go somewhere else. Just see what happens.
I feel a lot of empathy for myself.
Nice. Ooh, empathy. You are welcome here.
Yeah.
Just take a moment to bathe in the empathy.
I feel like too, like my, like this myself, or, this was, I did it out of protection.
Yes. Goosebumps. Good. So some insights happening here. Oh, you're just trying to protect me. So thank you. Thank you for protecting me. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Old coping mechanism. Thank you. And since this is one that so many in the human race have, it's not just an individual coping mechanism, but there's probably some collective stuff and maybe even some ancestral stuff going on. And so somewhere along the line, the lineage and humanity at large learned to protect through not wanting a lot.
Yeah.
And make and do, right?
Well, and I feel like there's this fear that the more that it's like the more I have, the more I have to lose. So if I just stay in this space, then I don't have that much to lose. Like,
yes. Okay, that's excellent information. So thank you to protection. It got more specific, and it says, we don't like to go for the more I have, because then the more I have to lose. The more I have, the more I have to lose. So let's just welcome that. That's quite poignant. And we'll figure out where this comes from potentially, but just meet it. It's like, whoa, that's a big one. Wow, the more I have, the more I have to lose. Just see as you make space for it and you allow it, and you even do your best to welcome it, because it's very valuable information. See what happens.
I'm really connecting to why it's protection, because, it's harder to protect a lot of things, and it's much easier to protect just a little amount.
Ooh, good. Even more easier to protect little than a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So just a little bow to that even deeper nuance you just got there. Thank you. Thanking it for its emphasis.
Understanding.
Yeah, exactly. See how quickly as you meet it, what comes out. Good. Okay, so this one's a big one and the easier to protect. And even though we might not know, I can guarantee that it's right for whatever context, wherever this came from. Somehow there are places in life that it makes sense, right? In the human experience to go for little because it's easier to protect than go for a lot. So just tell it, You're right.
Yeah, I mean, it does. It's logical almost.
Right. That's interesting. Yep. So it's probably part of the mind, got developed somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So just tell it, you're right. I can see how that can be logical in certain
Yeah,
contexts.
I can see that.
Yeah. And just to see what happens is you agree with it and you make space for it and you actually see its wisdom.
Well, it feels a lot smaller when I see it this way. It doesn't
Ah,
feel as big to me.
okay. So good. You're getting a dissipation in a way you'd like to. Not that we're doing this to dissipate it because we're just meeting it. So there's a little uh, shrinking or something happening. Is that what
Just
happened?
maybe my perception of it. It felt very
Ah,
daunting in the beginning, and now it's like maybe because I gave it empathy and
yep. Not
I
so
have been
daunting.
welcoming it. Yeah, that it doesn't feel as overwhelming. It feels manageable
Okay. Well, let's welcome that.
for sure.
Not so daunting, not so overwhelming, and wow, what pops out is manageable. Not this isn't such a big deal. This isn't so huge. This is so overcompassing. More manageable. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. See what unfolds from here. Yes, yes, yes. More manageable. That's right. We
Yeah.
like that.
I'm feeling like I recognize this like not only in myself but in like that it's probably a learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
my mom definitely, like, my parents have almost opposite views around money. My dad um, like finds it easy to spend it and also finds it easy to come to him, and my mom is the opposite. She
Mm.
has like none to spend and hates to spend it, and was that way when they were married. They're divorced now, but
Okay, see, so consciousness is showing you've got some mixed messages going on. So
yeah,
on dad's side, you've got easy to come, easy to spend, and on mom's side, how would you sum that up?
I would say like very little like she just has such anxiety around money in general.
Okay,
I don't feel like basically like I don't feel like her anxiety would go down even if there was more money in the bank
right,
account.
right. Okay, and then I'm just going to put little you in here too, right? So
Yeah.
this, what's probably like I thought emerging here is an orphan rescue.
Mm.
And orphans can be multiple ages. And with a topic like this, like you're reporting out that this is still a thing going on in your adult life. So
Yeah.
chances are, you've got the little you way back when, and then you've got adolescent you, and then you've got adult you all around money. So we'll see who we're going to focus on. It might be all of them, right? And those all can qualify as orphans, which is just my word for lost aspects of ourself that are impacted, right? So your consciousness is saying, hey, this is more manageable because it's learned behavior, and out is popping mom and dad's model. And then of course there's somebody there to take in mom and dad's model. That's, impressionable you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it
Okay.
was
So,
funny though, because I was conscious of the way that my mom was about money. And I remember being never wanting to be like that because she was, I mean, she sucked the fun out of money and my dad was always the fun one, you know?
yeah, fun and sucked out the fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the very human dilemma of becoming like one's parents,
Oh
even when
man.
you don't want to. You
Yeah.
are welcome here.
Deep down, but you are welcome here.
Yeah. Damn, I've become my mother. Yeah. No offense, mom.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm sure it was learned behavior on your part. It did
Well,
the best you
exactly.
can, coping mechanism. Yeah. And isn't it, just the empathy again of like, it's so tough on the nervous system, right? Like your poor mom with the anxiety, even if there was money to run around with that feeling of anxiety, that's very painful. And because you're feeling it, you know
Yeah.
what that feels like. So just
Well,
lots
and
of
especially
empathy.
when I think about protection, I think about, her anxiety just increased when the divorce happened because her ultimate goal was to protect her kids. And then of course money is a big part of raising children. And so I think that, you know, I can definitely empathize with why this, you know, was an issue for her.
Yeah, so let's put raising children, and then also post-divorce, right?
Mhm.
So just this experience shared by many women, and we're taking it from the individual, that's there, but also to the collective, right? Like, let's just
Yeah,
take a little moment to acknowledge the plight of, in this case, women raising children post-divorce and the anxiety that's there.
yeah,
Let's just do a big bow to all of the single moms.
yeah. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just that feminine experience.
Just that there's like a survivor there.
Yeah, and that unfortunately, this time and previous times, this is part of the female experience, right? So carrying that kind of anxiety and that kind of concern and love and protection for your children, it's a lot
Yeah, yeah.
for anyone's nervous system. And many, 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 many women across the eons have felt that, unfortunately. Whew, so we're just feeling as we meet that and acknowledge it. I can just feel different things happening in my energetic, and just notice what's going on over in yours. I was just resting with it just to see what happened, and we'll see inquiry wise, but I'm like, do I do a standard orphan rescue here? I'm thinking yes, not that it's standard, but I'm thinking we need to go in and actually do a protocol here with the orphans. So unless you tell me otherwise, I'm going to proceed that way.
No, I like going wherever you feel. I think
Okay.
that's
Okay. So tell me, how old are you right now?
32.
What is the best thing about being 32?
Um, I feel like I know myself the best I ever have.
Good. So self-knowledge. Good. What else?
I also feel like I love myself the most I ever have.
Good. Excellent. Self-love. Good. Anything else that you can really feel that's awesome about 32?
Mm, nothing else is coming up.
Okay, that's good. Those are good things to go into, because you may get lost in the orphans, right? So that's my way of being able to anchor you out, to call out your 32-year-old self with their self-knowledge and self-love if you kind of get murky and get into being the younger ones.
Oh,
We
and I'm
may,
healthy. I
ooh,
feel like
good.
I'm very healthy.
That's a good one. Excellent. Good. And we may, I'll put it right down here as a little note, we may access future self as well, your older
Okay.
you, right? Because you may, at 32, because you are bringing up some issues in your current life, right?
Yeah.
So some of your consciousness hasn't quite solved this yet. So your future self will have, the one we go to anyway. So if we need to, we can call on a friend and go to your future self who has shifted this in her consciousness and who can advise the other ones and help with this rescue if need be. Okay, so I know that there's at least one there. So let's go to the younger one. Let's go post-divorce,
Okay.
where you're witnessing your mom or picking it up, right? It could have been directly observed, or you're just a little empathic kid who's just soaking up the vibes. Where are you? Are you in the home? Are you in the kitchen? Are you out somewhere with her? There's going to be some sort of incident that flashes.
Well, post divorce, because that's a weird one to say, because post divorce took almost like 8 years to happen. So,
Oh,
but
wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
but post just like it's all starting. I would say I was also older, so I was probably 16 or 17 when they like filed, and it all
Hmm.
started.
Okay.
Um,
Just see, I may have led it a bit with that language. So just what's the most relevant one to go to? It may have been before the divorce. It might be the 16,
I feel like
17-year-old.
it's before the divorce. There's just
Okay.
a particular memory that stands out to me.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I have it.
Okay.
And we always took an annual family vacation to Santa
Mm-hmm.
Fe.
Mm.
And my dad wanted to buy, there was an artist there that he loved, and he wanted to buy a painting, and it was $10,000. And he just bought it, like he was like, I have the money, I'm going to buy it. And my mom, like, physically was ill over it, threw up, like,
Mm.
just had a like terrible reaction to it because she felt like we didn't have the money to do it. My dad also handled all the money,
Mm.
so I feel like there was like a lack of, like, she just didn't even know how much money we had in general, and so, but $10,000 she knew was a lot on
Yeah.
art.
Yeah. And there's mom physically getting ill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bingo. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's an
And
important one.
I
Yeah.
would say around that age, I know it was before my little brother was born, and he was born when I was 7. So it was before I was 7. So, I mean, I couldn't
Yeah.
have been that old.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of different sayings about get the child before 7, and you have
Yeah, that's
the
true.
woman or the man, right? So it's a very important time cognitively. So it makes sense. So this is 5, 6.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll put the 5 to 6-year-old self. Okay. Okay, so we are going to time travel, and we're going to do this quick because you're very intuitive and into energy work. You can do this. It's
Okay.
amazing how we have the ability. So you're going to lead the way. I'm going to follow along behind you, and you're going to go into the time and place where this is happening, and you're observing 5, 6 years old. You're at that Santa Fe, great art there, and dad's like fixated and going to buy this 10K painting, and your mother is literally sick. So we're going to freeze frame everybody. Anything that's moving besides little you, we're just going to freeze frame them for now.
Okay.
Right? Mom might be mid barf and you're going to freeze frame it. That's interesting. Yeah. So you're going to appear. I'm behind you. You're materializing in front of the little you. The first thing you need to do is let her know who the heck these women are who are showing up. So, honey, I'm your future self, basically.
Okay.
Any way you want to put that.
Okay. Wow, it feels weird to be back here. Well, it's Big Amy, Little Amy, and this is my friend Christina, and we're here to look around and to see what we can learn.
Yeah. And hello, little Amy. Nice to meet you. I'm your future self's friend, and I'm something called a coach. So I come to assist people. And I just want you to know that what's going on here right now is really important. Your future self is 32 years old, if you can believe that. Right? It's amazing from I know your perspective.
Yeah,
And
I don't think Little Amy thought I was gonna make it to even 32 years.
wow, wow, that's interesting information. Yeah, so we're here to reassure you that you do make it to 32.
Okay.
However, there's some stuff going on that's happening at this very exact moment that is very important to your future self. That's why we're visiting. And we also know that this is probably really uncomfortable for you. So we're here, we're going to negotiate it with you. You're totally in your own power here, but we may have to what's called a rescue. We may have to get you the heck out of here. And we'll figure out where to take you, and we'll work with that if need be. But just see how she responds. You're the translator, Amy. So just see how this little kid takes in what we just said to her.
Okay. I just want to see, like, how are you feeling, Little Amy? How are you feeling about mom and dad right now? See what comes up. Dad looks really excited and happy. And then his happiness goes away because mom is really scared. And she's crying.
Mm.
And Dad's not changing his mind because he is happy with his decision, but he's like mad at mom for taking his joy.
Mm.
And mom is getting more upset because she's realizing either we have the money to spend on this and she like doesn't understand how that's possible, or we don't have the money and she's scared of what's going to happen to her family.
Okay, so I'm going to come along and I'm going to say to her, thank you, sweetheart, for that information. That's very valuable. And I would also assume that it's very confusing being in the middle of this. See how she responds to that.
It feels scary.
Yeah, it is scary. Yeah, we can just say to her, you're right, honey, it is scary.
You're right. It would feel scary to him.
Yeah, and you're very young, and these are big emotions. And to see your parents having this happening, that's.
And I feel bad because I was happy with Dad and I was excited, and now I don't know why mom's upset.
Okay,
And
so she also feels kind of mixed
like
loyalties. Yeah. Just agree, yes, you're right. You're right, honey. You're right. You're right.
You're right. You are right.
Now, this is an opportunity for us to, she's taken things in as, 5, 6-year-old only has a certain perspective. We're not making anything she's done wrong, but her cognitive abilities aren't fully formed here, right?
Yeah.
And so your 32-year-old self and I are going to start it, and then we may pull in the future self. But from your 32-year-old who's got self-knowledge and self-love and healthy, I'm going to give you the first opportunity to offer her some soothing thoughts. First off, you just want to comfort her, right? Like in and of itself, just the physical comforting of what we're doing, of agreeing with her, because she probably didn't have any of this validated because the two adults were in their thing, right? So that's the first thing, is just comforting. So you might get down on your knees, give her a little hug, rub her back, the things that you would do to soothe a young child like this. Then what's going to come is some soothing words, right? So get on down there and start reassuring her from the best of your ability as 32. What do you want to tell this young one?
That it's okay. And it's okay to be scared. Mm-hmm. That it's okay to feel uncomfortable. But you're still safe. Nothing is wrong. And this is not about you even.
What is it?
This is not your issue. This is mom and dad's issue.
Yeah, this is about them.
Yeah.
It's not about you. This is them and their adult stuff and their individual stuff. It's not about you, honey.
Yeah.
You want to tell her about money to the best of your ability, because this is where she started to get some heavy duty programming with some wide disparity in money thoughts and relationships. What do you want to tell her? She took in some stuff about money. So what can you...
Money is not something that's bad.
What is it?
It's just a tool. It's a tool to help you do things that you enjoy doing or that you enjoy having. But it's nothing that needs to be scary. It's nothing that's bad, but it's also nothing that's good. It just is.
There you go. Okay, it's kind of neutral.
Yeah.
Okay, see how she responds to that. She might not fully get all the words, but she's going to get your energy. So what does that do for her nervous system?
She feels better.
Okay. See if she has any little kid questions. But. What's her but? As you're wiping away your tears.
I think her but is, what are mom and dad going to think about me? Like, are they gonna, like, how am I supposed to feel?
Okay, valid question. Answer it. Do your best to answer it.
You're supposed to feel like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And a little kid is not supposed to worry about money.
Mm-hmm.
And mom and dad aren't thinking anything about you.
Mm-hmm.
They love you.
So you're just telling her you are loved.
You are loved.
You are loved.
Really loved.
And you don't have to worry about this stuff yet.
You don't. You really don't have to worry about this stuff.
And there's ways to be in relationship that transcend both these examples.
Yes.
There are other ways to do it than just beyond what dad does it and how mom does it.
Yes.
You can do it different. You can do it. Yeah, there are healthy ways. Yeah. Yeah. And you can do those. Yeah. See how she responds to that.
She doesn't feel scared anymore. Like, it doesn't feel as like
a good sign. Yep, good. There are healthy ways to do money. Okay, good. So now we're going to see if she needs to rescue. So sometimes just what we did is enough, and we leave and she goes on through her timeline, right? Just with this rewiring of things, she goes on and doesn't have the hang-ups that she just did from this situation, right? Other times, no, she doesn't want to continue. One thing we can reassure and let her know is time has progressed. In a way, she's been stuck there in this moment in time, and everybody has gone on. Years have passed by, decades have passed by. So there's no disloyalty if that we do take her out of here. She's not leaving anybody alone. Everybody's gone on, they're okay. So just see if she gets a sense. Does she want to stay here and continue on her way, or would she like a rescue?
I think she wants a rescue. I think she's been staying here to fix it, and she can't fix it.
Yeah, that makes sense. She's trying from that level. Einstein's level, you got to go to another level. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so very good. So now you're going to be rescuing her, and I'm talking right to you, and maybe little Amy can't hear us, so I'm going to say to you, got to figure out where to take her.
Where we put her?
So do we put her with you, and you're a work in progress, right? And you can have her as a companion and parent her, or you can take her to another aspect of yourself. So I already kind of alluded future self might come in handy here. So it may be time to call up the future self and see if the future self would like to whisk in here and house her for a bit. So just see what lands for you. It's okay either way. Just tell me which one lands for you. Or it might be another thing. It might not just be the future self. There's maybe somewhere or somebody else you can take her to.
Is it weird to take her, like, more in the past?
Tell me where you go. Where would you?
It's a really, like, it's like a playful place. Like, it's just like a place where she really, it's outside for sure. And it's just like every morning, like, she used to wake up and just be so excited to go exploring and have an adventure. And
that sounds beautiful.
I just want to put her back, like, where she can just have
as long as she's got proper supervision, for a healthy supervision for a 5-6-year-old, by all means. Yeah. And if it's not there, you can create it. Okay, so so explain this. It's kind of a bit of a sales pitch. Tell her where you propose taking her, and we'll see how she feels about it.
Okay. So, Amy, I'm thinking of taking you to a place that you're probably have been before. You might recognize it. You get to hear a really crunchy sound every time you walk on the ground, and that's the leaves that are crunching underneath your feet. And the wind blows on your face, and it feels so soft and cool. But the temperature outside is actually quite warm. And you get to go on so many adventures and climb rocks and pick flowers and climb trees. And your grandma and grandpa there to watch you.
Mm.
And grandpa can be outside when you're outside playing because he loves to be outside painting. And grandma will be inside making us snacks. And this is where you can hang out now.
Wonderful proposal. See how she responds.
So is this like, do you feel like you want to go here, or would you rather stay here with mom and dad?
Or she can go with you, or she
Or
can
you
go to
can
the
go
beach
with me.
herself. But
Yeah.
yeah, you thought she might want to go to grandma and grandpa, which I think is a great idea. So see how she responds.
She does want to go there.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. So scoop her up.
Okay.
Time travel through. Grandma and grandpa know that she's coming. Thank you for receiving her. And they're delighted to have their little grandchild there and be able to have this time with her. And how wonderful she's got these creative role models and loving, nurturing role models, and a beautiful place to be, and the crunchy leaves. And have her set up there. Perhaps she has a particular room or place she can stay. And reassure her that she doesn't have to worry about anybody else, little brothers or things that eventually show up on the scene. This is just about her getting the love and intention and exploration time that she needs and desires.
Yeah, I can see like she's set up her little like palette in her grandparents' bedroom, like right in front of the bed. And like she has her stuffed animals there, and it just feels really cozy. And whenever she falls asleep, she gets to fall asleep to Johnny Carson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Loves Johnny Carson.
Sweet.
And it just feels really, really safe.
Nice. Yes, it is. Okay. Check to see grandma and grandpa are totally fine about connecting what she needs to. And you guys can have telepathy. So if you ever want to check in with her, or get a report, or they report things to you, you can build in telepathy. There's communication. Just see if there's anything else that needs to be attended to logistically before you leave her here with grandma and grandpa to continue on that timeline.
Okay.
Check with grandma and grandpa. Grandma and grandpa, you see there's a rescue here around money. You're going to be bringing up this little one. So what are your messages about money? What is she going to pattern off of if she stays with you?
She's going to learn that money is a good feeling, and that it's not, money doesn't mean fighting.
What does it mean? How are grandma and grandpa around money? What's their vibe around it? They're not fighting. What are they doing?
I don't know. It's like they almost are ambivalent. It's like they don't have.
Back to neutral. That's good.
Yeah, it's just they don't have.
No drama.
There's no drama. Yeah, it's like they have money and they have everything they want, but
have it. They have what they want. It's just no big deal.
Yeah, it's not a topic of conversation. Like it's just not necessary.
Good. Excellent. So those are that's a message, right? Yeah. That's an interesting, neutral, foundational message. How nice.
Yeah, that feels good because it feels like they're going to teach her. Like I'm not worried that they're going to teach her to get like too caught up with it, and you know I don't want her to get
right. Swing the other way.
Yeah, I don't want to go the other way.
You have to do a rescue on that timeline.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Get her.
Yeah, perfect. No, that's good. I'm glad we're checking in on it and qualifying it. That sounds really great. Good.
Oh wow, that looks so cool. I just opened my eyes. My eyes. It looks so good with the leaves there. Oh, I love it.
I'll go through it all, but it's a really beautiful place where she is. So just say with her, sweetie, you're in good hands. You're gonna grow up here. You're gonna get these wonderful, neutral, calm foundational messages about money, that we just have it, and we have what we want through it, and it's a good tool. It actually has a good feeling, right?
Yeah.
Not up, no hyper anything to it. It's
No,
just nice and consistent and stable.
that's good. I like that word,
Yeah,
consistent. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
okay, good.
very
We'll put
good.
that in. It's consistent. Yeah,
Yeah, so little Amy, you're gonna stay here with Grandma and Grandpa, and they're gonna teach you all of these wonderful feelings and good things about money, and you're gonna just learn how to feel the way that Grandpa and Grandma have their energy, and um, you're gonna feel really safe here, and you're also gonna feel really adventurous and not held back.
beautiful. She's not held back. What is she?
She's free.
That's a good word. A good word and good energy. Good. Okay, good. Yes, 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 yes. Safety, you are welcome here.
Yes.
Adventurous, you are welcome here. Freedom, you are welcome here.
Yes.
Yes, please. Yes, please. And while you're doing this individually, also for humanity, all those single moms, anybody else who could benefit from a little bit of feeling of safety and adventurous and freedom connected to money, yes, please. You're
Yeah.
doing your own part, right? As you do your inner work, you help the whole. So yes, yes, yes to these beautiful conceptual feelings and philosophy and energetic around money. Yes, please. Okay. So just giving everybody a good hug and a kiss, knowing you can connect with them at any time. She's just having fun, saying goodbye to you, but delighted to be roaming around there and be nurtured as she is. And I can feel Grandma and Grandpa just being grateful to have this opportunity to co-parent her and
Yeah.
really, give her that kind of love and attention, just two-on-one attention there, helping her nervous system calibrate in a different relationship to adults responsible for her, and also to money and to how to operate in life. So we just thank them so much. What great allies for showing up for you in this energy work.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys for
Yeah.
being here. Oh, for sure. And I feel like it's everyone literally wins in that situation. I feel like Grandma and Grandpa needed her and she needed them.
Yeah, good, good, good. Yes, everyone wins. Good. Put that up there for sure. That's the best. Rescue's going. Benefits everybody. Okay, so now that you've tucked her away, and we're just going to come back in a way, this stuff I've just encircled, which is the Orphan Rescue, right? That was on the heels of your inquiry. This started as an inquiry and out popped out, right? So we went here, we went in here, protection, and then we found ourselves to this Orphan Rescue. And I'm just going to see, as you've met that, welcome that, taken care of that, let's now return to your consciousness and just see where it's at. Now what comes up as you've completed that Orphan Rescue?
I just feel a lot of peace.
Beautiful, beautiful. So peace, you are welcome here.
Mm-hmm.
Feel that peace. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, and calm. Like it's like when you asked me like what do my grandma and grandpa feel around money, and I couldn't think of anything. It's because I just felt this calm. It's like that's what I want to feel around money. Like it's there for me. It's present. It's good. It feels good, but it's not like distracting. I don't know what the right word is.
Yeah, present there for me.
I think that is a good word. It's not distracting in this future. Like it distracts me a lot right now. Whether
Yeah. So
bad.
let's flip distraction, right? Because
Okay.
that the distraction is like that's no longer there, and it's weird when you go to the opposite of something. If you're really used to distraction, it takes a while to feel into. Oh my God, what do you know? This is peace. This is calm. Whoa,
Yeah.
I'm not distracted. So what the heck am I? So
Mm.
feel into describing what this is. If there's not distraction, there's what?
Mm.
Just like in their world, it's in the background, right?
Yeah.
It's something that
That's good.
supports you. And then with that in the background, boy, is there a whole vista? Is there a whole bunch more energy left to like do your thing?
Yeah. It feels it feels like it's much easier to see everything else with that just kind of sinking down into the foreground.
Okay, sight. Sight is showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Sight, seeing. It's like a view.
Yes.
Things come into view. I'm putting words in, so you don't have to take my words. I'm
No,
just
but you're
helping to define them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, yes, yes to all that. Yes to peace, yes to calm, yes
And
to
there's an
peace.
openness. There used to
Good.
feel, I used to, like in the beginning of this conversation, even it felt very like, not like almost like a box or something, like I'm trapped. And now it just feels very open.
Okay, good. So you're getting out of this box. Let's get the box in here, and you're out of it. Out of the box.
Yeah.
And as you get out of there and that box falls away and you're out in the open, right? Released,
Yes.
free.
Mm-hmm.
Unencumbered. So if we're not encumbered, what are we? Spacious?
Yeah, I get, that's what I was saying, because get, like if I visualize it, I get like this beautiful open field, like it's just like expansive and yeah, spacious.
Okay, great. So here's the field coming in. Good.
What's the opposite of restriction? Because I don't feel restricted. Like I feel
Movement, free,
yeah. I mean,
fluid.
fluid may be good. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where it helps to get out a thesaurus and poke around, right?
I
Where it
know.
just helps you find landmarks. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, right, it's this. It's not constricted anymore, constrained. It's expansive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Expansive because the field open, a sense of roaming, right? Like there's
Yes. Or wondering. Yeah.
good wandering, good. And adventure, right? There's a lot out there. Back to her adventure and free.
And
Yeah.
growth. Like there's a lot of growth.
Probably a lot of options too.
Yes.
Lots of things to go explore.
Like permitted. Like I'm like
Good. Allowed, can.
allowed. Yeah. Encouraged even. Like the landscape is so beautiful. Like it's very encouraging.
Uh-huh. Excellent. Good. This is all helping the nervous system calibrate to being in a new relationship to it all. It's a completely different place. Getting out of that box into the open. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanking all of that. Yes, please. Yes, please. You're right.
Yes. I like it all. I like free. I like spacious, fluid, expansive. Oh, wonder. Good.
Good. I think we're there, but just check if there's anything else your consciousness wants to flash.
I should always feel a lightness. If I ever start to feel heavy, it's wrong.
Okay. Good. Let's put lightness up there very strong. A little sun up here, out and open and shiny and light, sunny. Good, all good cues. Okay, just take a, knowing you can come back to this at any time. We did kind of activate the future self a little bit, so this is probably the territory of the future self, but just send a little call out. Hey, future self, you've been paying attention. Anything you want to beam across time to us?
Anything you got for me, future self? What do you know that I need to know now?
Yeah. Anything she wants to weigh in on? She doesn't have to, but I kind of felt her, so let's see.
She just keeps telling me like I already know it. Like I just have to start trusting myself. But like there's nothing more I need to learn. Like I just need to start trusting what I already know.
Excellent. Trust it. Yeah. And this kind of work, it's amazing. It's right brain. It's not cognitive. You don't have to think it and go over and over again and try to force it in there. You already done the work. It's done.
Yeah,
So it just
yeah,
ripples out from here. Now just trust it, right? Just
yeah.
trust the
I
flow.
think
See
so
what
much.
happens.
Yeah, so much of the time I try to make it logical, or I overthink when I'm just having like a strong sense of intuition or a feeling, and it's like I need to really lean into that and just trust that, because all of my good decisions come from when I do like just follow my intuition and that feeling.
Good. Good. And I know you practical energy work, right? So you're more and more growing into that way of being, of trusting yourself and your intuition.
Yeah.
And this other side of ourselves that we all have that unfortunately gets repressed often in our left brain unbalanced world, right? We kind of put a little too much focus on the left brain. It's awesome. We all need one, and it's good we have one. But we also have intuition and the feminine side of things, and emotions and feel, right? Not just all up in the mind. We've got the body and the heart. Okay, let's just bow to all that. Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. Trust it. You're right. I already know it. You're right. Intuition. You're right. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Lightness. Yes. Okay, boss, I'm hearing you. The right brain's boss. Yeah. Okay, I think we're there. So just do a bow to it all these aspects of yourself that have shown up in service of you and in you developmentally progressing, which is an issue that lots of people wrestle with for their own unique reasons, but very generous to do this work in a recorded session, because I can guarantee there will people who will find what you've just done here very helpful and illuminating.
Awesome. This is so, like I knew it was going to be like very profound, because your work always is, but once again, it wins me over, and it feels so good. Like it feels so good to have that, like, I don't know, just verbalized and out there and manifested out there. It feels really good, like a release almost.
Yeah, good. Well, let's hope it is a release, not just almost.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my next call will be, and I'm a bajillionaire. Thank you so much, Christina. I really can't thank you enough. This meant a lot to me, especially during these times. It's crazy, and I'm getting ready to be traveling for work for the next 3 or 4 weeks in Houston. And so it's just like, I'm so happy to just get in this good alignment.
Excellent. And remember, it's not about the bajillionaire. It's about the almost ambivalent feeling. It's just behind you.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right.
Peace and calm. Yep. And just allowing you to get out there and enjoy the adventure of life without that feeling that you used to have. So
exactly.
Anyway, the energy work is powerful. So, the proof is in the pudding. So let me know how it goes.
Oh, I definitely will. Yes, you'll be hearing from me.
Okay, hon. Really good to connect with you again. And I'll follow up. You'll get this map.